Hello and welcome to the White Trash Voltaire podcast. I'm your host, the Konami Digital Entertainment President, saying, what the hell did I just do? And I have with me my co-host, Matthew Vahimity. I don't have any really spiffy cool thing to say about him right now. So, and then also Matt. Sam's here as well.
And
what's oh yeah, and Stephanie, we've got a guest star. It's Stephanie. She's guest starring again. So how's everybody? What's going on? How's everybody doing?
I'm super hungover.
Is it for real?
Yeah, I'm very hungover.
I just followed Felicia Day on Instagram. Sam's jealous.
Who?
Felicia Day.
I follow her on Instagram already.
Well, I just
Hell,
got to
we're
the
best
party.
friends. We're best friends on
So
Instagram.
now I can monitor what she's sending you.
We Snapchat each other.
Oh.
I don't even
You
know who you're talking about.
Snapchat each other?
Yeah, totally.
Wait, Felicia Day. Who is that?
Good girl.
Who is it?
She's in stuff.
Felicia
Wow.
Day is awesome.
Yeah. She's in
Sounds really
Supernatural. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She did that show, The Guild.
Oh, I hate her.
Oh, I hate
What?
you.
Are you for real?
What?
I really can't stand Felicia Day.
Because she's
Why?
actually awesome.
No, she's the nerd girl that everyone wants to be, but she's not, though.
But did you... Yeah, she is. Before The Guild came out, she's already like that.
Yeah, no, but she's awful.
No, she's not.
Like, I can't
Wait.
stand her.
Why?
I just can't.
It's not her fault that a bunch of people wanted to be like her.
No, it's not even that. I just don't like her.
Okay. Well,
I
whatever.
want her to get braces, but I like her. That's all.
Braces
Well,
are for
Stephanie.
teenagers.
You said
Braces are for teenagers. Come on.
Well, she needs them.
She's like
Poison
100.
the way she says her S's.
Oh, that sounds racist.
You know, I don't say anything about the way you talk.
Well, I say my S's correctly.
Do you?
Also, Caleb, since you don't have smell-o-vision, I just stuck the chicken wings in the oven, and OMG, they smell real good.
I'm sure that they do. The chicken wings in question for the listeners are these amazing. They're the sriracha ones, right?
Yep.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I didn't even know that that's what was going on.
Oh. Okay, so Stephanie makes these honey sriracha chicken wings, and they're the greatest thing. They are the greatest thing on earth. You know, not just food. It's like the single greatest experience you'll ever have. And
I would agree with that.
I, of course, don't get to have any because I'm
I
in
said we'll
Arkansas,
email you some.
and they're in well, they're gonna try to email me some. We'll see how that goes. I don't have high
We're gonna-
hopes for the emailing of chicken.
I think we can probably overnight them.
Yeah, probably. But I suspect that you're not going to.
Probably not.
Even though I would totally overnight you some chicken wings if I made such a thing.
I was gonna say, mine are better though. Why would we want yours?
Oh, wow.
Uh,
So anyway.
JK, I miss you, Caleb.
So anyway.
So,
What why have we all convened here today for this podcast?
well, that's what I was getting. I think we're here for one reason, and one reason only. It's not because it's the White Trash Voltaire podcast. It's
Even though it
because-
is.
It is, yes. But I think it's because Kojima Productions left Konami.
Yes. This is bad news. This is pretty much the worst news that I've received in a while, and I think
The only thing that could be worse is if, like, they said, "Oh yeah, Gabe Newell also died, and they're shutting down Valve." That'd be the only next worst thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
that would be.
That'd be worse,
That
honestly.
doesn't really affect me much.
Well, that's because
yeah, it would.
Matt's not cultured.
No, but it would affect Matt.
How so?
I'd be pissed off, so I'd come and kill you.
Oh, well, I mean,
You would be dead. Your life would be in danger if that happened. I would feel like that affects you a lot.
I feel like that might affect me in a positive way. Not because you would kill me, but because it would motivate me to not be dead. So really, I think Valve, I think that needs to happen, and I think that you and I need to have Mortal Kombat. I think it'd be really healthy for us.
What currently motivates you to not be dead?
I like sex quite a bit. I'm quite fond of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have
So those
the
are two things that I have
pre-diabetes,
going
so...
for me.
But you've got the pre-diabetes, so doesn't that kind of kill your food prospects to a certain degree?
I mean, only if I want to be like real sore and kind of tired all the time.
Oh, well.
I mean,
Hey Matt, I'm eating a delicious dark chocolate Reese's cup right now. Would you like one?
no, actually, because I don't like Reese's.
You know, it seems like you eat a lot of candy since you left. Like, when you were here in Indiana, I never knew Caleb to eat candy. Like, very
don't really-
rarely. But every time he's on now, he's eating candy.
It's because candy randomly shows up right at the time that we're recording these episodes. I don't eat candy in my regular day.
Huh.
Well,
So,
anyway.
no, we need to get back on topic here. Why we
Yes,
came
the
here
topic
today.
is- So anyway, the ramifications of Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions ceasing to exist. Okay, well, Hideo Kojima still exists, but no longer working for Konami,
Not in my heart.
are vast and horrible.
Is he dead to you?
He is dead to me.
Why?
Unless
I
Silent Hills happens,
That's true.
he's dead.
Look, I think that most of the coverage and most of the buzz has been about Metal Gear Solid and what the future of that's going to be. But I don't
Well, we
really
already know
care
what the
about
future
that.
of that. Yeah, we already know what the future of that's going to be. This is the final game Hideo Kojima's making, but as Konami has stated, they're going to make a new Metal Gear series.
Yeah. So
Already
I
knew
think
that
as
was
far
gonna
as as far as Metal Gear canon is concerned, it doesn't really matter because Metal Gear Solid 5 is practically finished. And I don't know. It's not that big of a deal that he's leaving because of Metal Gear. Because any
Yeah.
future game they're going to make is probably going to just be awful anyway, and he was not going to be involved.
Because honestly, this newest one, yes, it's going to be the best game ever created by human beings, but it's also kind of wedging it into the canon.
Yeah, it didn't even need to happen because we already
didn't.
have information. We already have all the information we need about what happened during this time period.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to happen, but I'll take it anyway because it's going to be the greatest game ever made.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's disputing that at all. It's gonna be awesome.
If anyone's played the
Ground Zeroes.
that's just a sampling of it. That was that 10-minute game. How would we play over
That
and
you
over
played,
and over?
that everyone paid full price for.
It's hardly full price. It was only $20. Oh man, Ground Zeroes was so good.
If that's anything like with this, yeah, and that's what a 10-minute game.
I actually need to go grab that again because I have such a hankering to play it.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so freaking good. I can't wait for Metal Gear Solid 5. But you know, the real problem is Silent Hills. Like what happens to Silent Hills? If Hideo Kojima I don't see how Hideo leaving could possibly result in anything else besides Silent Hills being canceled. Or at least Silent Hills as we know it being canceled because Hideo won't be working on it.
Yeah. What they'll probably do is they'll probably just turn it over to someone else, and there'll be another Silent Hill game.
But
But if
will Del
Hideo
Toro
left-
still be?
Would Norman Reedus and Del Toro still be involved?
Probably,
So I mean, I think we'd get something out of it.
But it wouldn't.
maybe a decent
But
story.
it wouldn't be that game though.
But it's not gonna have. Yeah, it's not gonna have the Kojima touch to it.
That's true.
And the fun thing is too is that he didn't know anything. He doesn't do horror. That's out of his element. And if he's gonna make it good, it's gonna be refreshing. He's gonna take a dead and dying franchise and probably give life back to the genre.
yeah. The only way I could see Silent Hills still happening as planned is if Hideo Kojima sets up Kojima Productions separate from Konami, and then Konami license it, or like contract hires the Kojima Productions to finish Silent Hills.
That's actually something that's been talked about. As soon as the contract is up for him actually working for Konami, having him contracted out for anything.
That's what I've heard. It's been suggested that might be a way that they do it, but the only concern I have with that is that if that is how they do it, if that's the only way they can do it, how bad is the bad blood between Konami and Hideo? Like, if it's bad enough, they may not even want to do contract work. I mean, we don't even know what happened, but we can only speculate that there was some sort of like serious falling out with executives at Konami and at Kojima Productions. So if the falling out was bad enough, they may not even be interested. Konami may not even be interested in trying to do anything with it.
My assumption is what happened is very similar to what happened with Akira Toriyama in Dragon Ball Z, where the artist wanted to end the series, the creator wanted to end the series where they wanted, and the parent company was like, no, this is making too much money, so we're going to keep making it. And since Hideo wanted to end the series where he wanted to end it, they obviously had a disagreement. Konami owns the rights, so technically they don't need Kojima.
I don't think that's what it is, though, because Hideo Kojima has been on record saying in the past, specifically in interviews about Metal Gear Solid 5, that he doesn't mind the series continuing. He just doesn't want to be the one who makes it.
He's been saying that about all of those games. Every single one he's released, he says the same thing.
He was supposed to not do Metal Gear Solid 3, and then they started screwing everything up.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is that I don't think it's ever going to be an issue of Hideo Kojima saying, I want this series to be put to rest. I think it's an issue of Hideo Kojima. I mean, as far as Metal Gear Solid goes, I think he just wants to not be the one making them anymore. But so I don't see that. I don't see how that could be the source of the falling out here, because if Konami said we want to make another Metal Gear game and Kojima said, well, I don't want to be involved in it, I don't see how that could turn into like a big fight that they end their relationship over. I don't know. I just don't see how that could escalate to the point that it has.
Maybe it's something deeper. Maybe he uncovered some sort of conspiracy to conquer the world.
Well, I don't
through their
know
games.
about all that.
It's sending like subliminal messages into our minds. I mean, think about it. We're better soldiers now because we play Metal Gear Solid, and we're not soldiers. Think about it, Matt. Think of all the things you picked up from the game that you've applied in real life. VR training.
I do tap on walls to distract people.
I have been known.
Get away.
I like to put boxes on my head to sneak by people.
I have been known to place the pornographic material on the ground, so when people walk by it, they see it like, oh, what's that? And like, cut them from behind.
Yep. I randomly like to throw exclamation points up into the air. And I make that noise too. I can't do it right now. I'm on the spot.
It goes, dun.
Yeah, that would.
I've sometimes been known to take a giant robot and smash it through faces in Alaska.
I'm sorry, but Solidus Snake's ideal I identify with.
When somebody gets hit by a car
Solidus.
or something.
Solidus Snake.
When somebody gets hit by a car or something, I run up to them and I go, Snake! Snake! Snake!
Or whatever that person's name is.
Yeah, I mean,
Bob?
obviously.
Bob! Bob!
Something like that.
Right on.
I'm just saying, how many of you know a Bob?
I know 3 Bobs.
Really?
I know 3 Bobs.
I don't know a Bob.
Yeah, I don't either.
I know 3.
You guys are weird.
You're weird. With your hair being
There's
a different
a lot
color.
of them that come through work, but I mean, I know personally. My grandpa's name is Bob.
I know
and my
of a
uncle's
Bob.
Name is Bob.
Oh, there's a Bob that I think listens to this podcast.
Really?
Yeah. He likes it on Facebook.
Oh, would that be Conspiracy Bob?
That would be Conspiracy Bob.
Is Conspiracy Bob gonna
What-
get like offended that we're calling him Conspiracy
Yeah.
Bob?
He knows he's Conspiracy Bob.
Okay. Yeah, because I figured it was Conspiracy Bob. Because Conspiracy Bob likes things on our page.
Oh, hi, Conspiracy Bob. We miss you.
Well, so I feel like that this whole situation is very hits close to home, since we're currently playing Silent Hill in our Let's Play series on YouTube.
And we're going to have Hideo
And,
Kojima guest star next week.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, that's news to me.
They Snapchat each other and set this whole thing up.
Through Snapchat?
Yep.
That seems incredibly
Yeah.
horrible.
I Snapchat
They're like
celebrities.
BFFs. Him, Felicia Day, and Sam. They're like the
We're the Three Amigos.
yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys go to Starbucks together?
I was unaware of this.
Hell yeah. We go to the
Through
hookah bar
Snapchat.
too.
Only through Snapchat. Sam doesn't have a private jet like the other two, and they don't want to come to Indy too often.
Well, I mean, is there anything else to elaborate on this whole Kojima thing? I really just wanted to convene with you guys and voice my concerns with what's happening.
No, I have nothing else to say about it.
I'm pretty...
He's pretty. He's pretty alright. He got a pretty mouth there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure any future Metal Gear Solid games that are not associated with Hideo Kojima, but only Konami, is going to be pretty terrible. Or
Oh,
at least,
like
Well, that's-
like Metal
that could
Gear
be the
Rising.
I mean, he still had a hand in that,
Yeah, he approved that script. So.
Man, that was a bad decision on his part.
I think he just thought it would be fun and goofy and didn't need to be held to the high standard that he usually does.
I mean, he could have held to a slightly higher standard. He could have said like that final boss should be a little bit different. It'd be okay.
It's just like...
I don't know. I like him. I like Armstrong. I know that you don't like him, but I kind of like him.
Oh, you're gay.
I think he's a silly character.
He is a silly character. He's an over-the-top and ridiculous and nonsensical character, and it seems like a fitting character to match up with the absurd, nonsensical over-the-topness that is everything that has happened in that game up to that point.
That game did have some cool moments.
It really did. Like the first
So anyway,
10 minutes.
what are you guys drinking?
Water.
Sun King
What?
and coffee.
Matt?
Matt, what are you drinking?
Cheese.
I'm the
That's
only
not
one
a
that has
drink.
an alcoholic beverage. Or a beverage other than water, actually.
Well,
I actually did all of my drinking last night to get it out of the way so that I could focus on the podcast.
I think my beer's
but now you're not drinking.
a little too expensive to drink on the White Trash Voltaire show.
Well, I'm drinking an old fashioned,
Don't break that.
and it's wonderful.
How
Oh,
do you make your old fashioned?
hard liquor. I didn't even think about that.
This old fashioned.
We got hard liquor. I don't
that I'm
mind drinking
right
that.
now.
Dang.
The old fashioned that I'm drinking right now is made with.
Sorry about that, folks.
That was rather loud. I'm sure that everyone can hear that.
We live in the ambulance port at the hospital, so it
I
gets a little
see.
awkward when people are brought in.
Yes. Well, it seems that way. Okay, well, anyway, to explain my old fashioned, I make it with Old Overholt straight rye whiskey. I basically what I do is I muddle coconut sugar with water and then add in the bitters and then top it with the whiskey and then put in a slice of lemon, or a slice of orange rather, orange, not lemon, orange, and ice, and that's it. That's my old fashioned, and it's delicious.
Well, if I was rich, we'd all be drinking Dark and Stormies right now. But those little tin cups are $25 a piece.
Speaking of, we should have totally had you take some of those.
I really should have.
Those are
Oh my god.
expensive.
They're like, the cheapest we can find them is $25 a piece. For a freaking little tin can.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
Makes me think.
Wait, are those made out of stainless steel or are they made out of
Copper.
aluminum?
Copper.
Yeah. They're
Copper?
You're supposed to drink them out of a copper cup.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they're good. I'd be drinking that all the time. I found a place that sells ginger beer. Finally.
Oh, speaking of, Vinen table and caramel, better than Collins.
It's more overwhelming.
I think I need to go there.
Even a larger selection of beer. And, oh!
Incredible selection of wine. Samples, we have samples of foods.
All of their hard liquor, so much more, but they have El Dorado 8, 12, 15, and 21, and 25 year.
That's fantastic.
Whoa.
any kind
How
of
much is
alcohol.
El Dorado 25
It was
year?
like $400.
Wow.
The 21 year was like 100.
You gonna buy one? Whoa, that's a steal. So you're telling me that for $121 you can get 21 year, but 25 year you're shelling out 400.
Something like
and
that. They
whatever?
had a $4,000 bottle
No.
of
The
Hennessy.
25 year was like 220.
No, it was over in that giant
Yeah, it was
display
only like
case.
219, I believe, was the cost on that.
Oh, okay.
It was the one next to it that was $500. But it wasn't
What matters is that they had a bottle of Hennessy there that was $4,000.
for real.
That is intense.
That sounds about right.
So,
And then they had a
Yep.
had a bottle of something else.
Did you buy it?
Bankrupt.
I don't even know what it was, but it was a tiny little bottle to begin with, and then closely you could tell that the inside of the bottle was hollow. So there was even less alcohol in it than what it looked like to begin with. And so it was like $500 for like
Oh.
6 ounces of alcohol or something like that. Just something stupid.
That's absolutely insane.
but yet their prices are genuinely cheaper than Payless and Cons.
Huh.
Yeah.
Kilo Kai is like,
The only downfall to this place is their hours. You know, you can go to cons at 10 o'clock at night. No, not this place. They close at 7.
That's
At the
really
latest.
early.
Yeah, for a liquor store? Yeah, no, they aren't a liquor store. They are a liquor experience. I feel like.
The liquor journey.
Pretty much.
it's actually a split from Cons.
Yeah.
So rumor has it.
Wow.
2 brothers, they split.
One went classy, and the other went less classy. Anywho, that's our review of the Finance Table.
Yeah. There's just a side note.
As
So,
a final
okay.
word, though,
That's
Oh.
like that's in Carmel, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I almost went there so many times, but then I
Oh.
failed
So did we.
Oh,
to go there.
yeah. Oh, Caleb, you should have been there. You would have been there every single day if you still lived up here.
Yeah.
They have every single beer you would ever drink and can imagine. They have like every single bottle of Unibrew.
Kind of the weird stuff that Cons sells.
Yeah. I saw a single bottle of Corona there.
Like one?
Yeah, one bottle. It was.
Was it just like the token bottle of Corona?
I don't know. It was hanging out there amongst.
Or was it a joke?
I don't know. Maybe
Probably.
it was right. It was by the Chimay, just hanging out.
Maybe it's one of those things where
It
it's
was-
like if someone goes in to buy the Corona, they bring it up to the register,
That person gets punched in the face.
yeah, it's like a
out.
trick. It's just like it's only there for them to know who they asked to leave.
I think probably it happened something like this. Some guy came in and had purchased Corona at the last establishment, happened to have it on him when he came in, walked in and felt really ashamed, so he just left it there in place of another bottle of alcohol and then went to the register and bought something better. Like the time we went to Books and Brews and the guy said, "What's the most American thing you've got?" And Sam and I looked at each other and I was like, I'm gonna punch him in the face right now.
So Stephanie said I didn't say that. I didn't care. I just look at her because she's pretty. I look at her sometimes.
It made me angry. You don't go to a little small town brewery and ask them the most Miller Lite thing they've got.
Stephanie feels. But speaking of that, I'm not drinking this beer now because it's expensive. But there is a beer in my refrigerator called a Barrel to Arms.
Yeah,
And it's theirs. They took a Scottish ale and aged it in bourbon barrels. It's
From
my
the
favorite.
Vine and Table.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, they were Vine and Table barrels.
It's a Books and Brew combined with the Vine and Table. It's my favorite beer. It's my favorite beer. It has got the nice bitter taste of a bourbon barrel brewed aged beer, followed by the smooth malty flavor of a Scottish ale. I love it.
And they also had Sun King.
Sounds
They
interesting.
also had Sun King on sale, which was
What?
great.
I think we've gone beyond review and have gone into advertising.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're in the area, head to Vine and Table. $7.99 for a 4-pack pint or a 4-pint pack of Sun King.
That is really cheap.
Yes,
I know.
it is.
I bought 2. I wish I'd have bought
It's like
more.
$11 everywhere
That's
else.
practically free.
Yeah. Because even going to Sun King, which is pretty much the cheapest pint of Sun King cream ale that you can get, it's still like $5 for a pint, $4 or $5. So, I mean, you're basically buying 2, you're getting 2 free. Fantastic.
Advertisements.
Ses like a steal.
I almost did steal it, but then I was like, why? Just take my money.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah. Well, that all sounds fun. I just have the same liquor store that I always have. Good old Lake Liquor in Maumelle, Arkansas. It's got liquor, it's got beer, it's got wine, it's got everything you
They
need.
have cats.
It's delicious. No, that is what is that? That's Bowman Road Liquor or something like that. I think that's what they name. They're on Bowman Road.
Have you been back?
Nope. It's over by my mom's apartment, so I'm not over there all the time, so I rarely go to liquor stores over on that side of town. Because she lives a substantially, somewhat far away distance from me. So, you know.
Sounds like she doesn't love you.
Yeah, it kind of sounds to me like she's pushing you away.
Well,
Sounds like you should move back.
you should know that. Well, no, you should know that she used to live in an apartment that was literally like 2 minutes away from where I live, and she moved across town, like the first month that we were here.
So you should move back.
Well, no, I didn't move here for my mom.
Well, it doesn't matter. You should still move back.
No, I'm doing pretty well for myself here.
You're doing pretty well for yourself here too.
I think I'll. No,
Yeah, come on.
my life had kind
Come
of
back to
stagnated
CPR.
there.
Join the rest of us stagnates.
No, I don't think I'm gonna. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm gonna continue to be successful here in
Come
Arkansas.
back.
Successful. I mean, that's one word to use.
Yeah, it would be like the most appropriate word to use.
It's all relative.
Well, anyway, since given the fact that we have covered the key topic that we started this podcast for, you guys think we should wrap it up and get on with the other activities?
I just have one more public service announcement I would like to make.
Okay.
When I saw the Hobbit movies, all 3 of them, I thought they were better than Lord of the Rings. Before you attack me, folk, I know Lord of the Rings is better. These movies suck. And let me explain to you why I thought they were better. Because I am now with you. I think the Lord of the Rings movies are better. The Hobbit movies did suck. But the stuff with all the wizards, Gandalf, Sauron, Saruman, Psycho Lady Bitch Elf, was so cool. Somehow the 20 minutes of all of that over the 3 movies overshadowed the other 15 hours in my head.
Yeah, I've only seen the 2 Hobbit movies so far, the first 2, and all the stuff about the wizards is amazing.
I know, it's so cool because I was thinking about it the other day. I thought, well, what else did I like about those movies? I didn't. There was a humorous incident in which the dwarves escaped from the elves of Mirkwood. That was funny, but I realized that the only reason I was watching those movies was for the wizards, and it was so cool.
Well, that's true. I won't deny that. That whole section was cool. But the rest of the movies, the rest of everything about what those movies were was pretty awful.
It was. And I like I said, I was deceived because that 20 minutes of wizard stuff was so such a high quality. It somehow overshadowed 15 hours of movie.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the 3rd movie.
It's awesome.
I did finally see Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's good.
I was pretty happy.
Oh, what? It took you that long to see it?
Yeah, it did.
How many times did you and Jordan see it?
Well,
Taylor?
400,000 times.
Every time she would come into work, she'd be like, "Oh, we went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy again."
I think we saw it in theaters 3 times, and then countless times since it's come out on video.
Sounds about right.
Well, actually, we might have seen it in theaters four times. I'm not sure. It's once you hit a certain number of theater visits for a movie, you start to lose track.
I saw Losers a total of 13 times on theaters.
What? That is
Losers.
sad.
Oh, man.
13
Wow.
times.
What movie?
I can't believe I'm married.
Losers.
Exactly.
I don't even know what that is.
You'll have to
Exactly.
watch it later. It's so good.
We're not gonna watch it later.
It's really good. Don't listen to Sam. I love that movie. And P.S. I Love You was another one that I watched a bunch of times.
Me and Jordan went to see Wall-E 9 times at the theater when
That
it was
is
out.
a lot of times to see Wall-E.
Yeah, we were. No, that's a reasonable amount of times to see Wall-E. That's a lot of times to see.
I
other
feel like we
movies.
didn't go see The World's End enough times.
Yeah, there was
I feel
only
like we
that
could've
one time.
Saw that 5 or 6 more times.
Talking about the Simon Pegg movie, right?
Probably so.
That movie was so good.
We had money.
It was. I want to see it again. Well, that's all I have to say about that subject.
Okay, well, in that case, I think it's time to wrap this podcast up. So, where can we find each other on social media? Well, I'll tell you what. You can find the White Trash Voltaire on Facebook at facebook.com/White Trash Voltaire. You can also find us on YouTube by, again, going to YouTube and searching for the White Trash Voltaire. The YouTube link is ridiculous, and I'm not going to talk about it. You can find Samuel on the Instagram
Yep.
as I'm Your Pallbearer.
I am
That's
your
right.
pallbearer.
You can also find Samuel at the Twitter at twitter.com/sdumas138.
Yes, and
That's right.
I actually tweeted something last night.
And Sam actually
Proud of you.
tweeted something last night.
Let's forget
You
about
can find myself, Caleb Dunkerson, at Caleb Dunkerson on Twitter. You can find Stephanie at some place.
She's normally in the kitchen.
If you want to. I mean,
SizChick3431 on everything except for Snapchat, where I'm Mrs. Dumas052414.
Okay, why would you tell someone your
man,
Snapchat?
that's complicated.
Yeah, that's
Because I
weird.
want to see penises.
Oh,
That's
like
not
Okay,
true.
that's fair.
Don't send me penises. If you send me penises, I will not look at them. I will block you.
Okay, so anyway, hey Matt, where can we find you?
As Matt is drawing a penis on the screen.
I am actually drawing dicks right now. I love you guys.
So anyway, where can we find you, Matt?
You can find me on Facebook, Matthew Vehemity, on Twitter, at Matthew Vehemity, and on Instagram, at Matthew_Vehemity.
Where can we check out
Underscore. Where did that underscore come from?
I wanted to be creative.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, I feel like that you have undermined yourself by changing that one because it's going to make it harder for people to figure it out if they don't know.
where can we check your band out at?
Oh, at the corners of hell inside my asshole.
I'm sorry.
Just like crawl up there and check us out.
This is how I cope with this. I'm really disturbed by
Ooh.
everything that's going on.
Just saying.
This is how I cope. I have to make jokes.
Everything I love dies. Why do you think I'm so hungover right now?
Oh.
Well, on that note, I think it's time to sign off.
Bye, guys. Let's go eat some
Everybody-
chicken wings.
Things just got dark.
Thank you all for listening to our podcast.
I love you.
Please listen again the next time.
We'll probably be
on the
less
White
sad
Knuckle
next
Dare
time.
podcast.
Hopefully.
Yeah, things will get better.
Yeah. That's what they tell you. So anyway.
Banana.